was born ready.
It's Happy Hour again from Uptown New Orleans. Hello, I'm Grant Morris. Happy Hour is part of the family of shows on the podcast network. It's neworleans.com. When you walk into a bar in New Orleans and you pull up a bar stool, you never know who's going to be sitting on either side of you. What you do know is no matter what they look like, what they're wearing, whether they just got out of a limousine or just got out of jail, they're going to be happy to talk to you. Because that's New Orleans, and this is Happy Hour, a cocktail-fueled 60 minutes of random conversation with folks who have nothing in common. Other than we're all New Orleanians in a bar today, we're at fabulous Wayfare on Ferret Street, which is a couple of blocks down from Napoleon Avenue, in what used to be the Killing Fields, but is now the hip part of town. You can come here to Wayfare and be a part of a 4-hour happy hour here every day from 3 till 7, where they have half-price bar food and half-price drinks as well. Today's show is brought to us by Door Furniture. For the past 80 years, Door Furniture has been serving retail customers throughout the greater New Orleans area from its home base on Elysian Fields in the Marigny, as well as finest quality furniture from brands like Stickley, Century, and Flex Steel. Door's designers can customize pieces for your home. They can come to your home and tell you what to do, from slip covers to dining room tables. If you're on the North Shore, by the way, Door recently opened a second location in Covington. Door Furniture is about as New Orleans as it gets. Thanks to Strategic Resumes. If you want to sharpen up your resume, your LinkedIn profile, or other job search skills, get in touch with Grant Cooper at Strategic Resumes. And thank you to Travel Central and Metairie. If you're looking to get away, you can start your search with a free travel agent. It's kind of like doing Kayak or Expedia, except someone else does it for you and it's free. Okay. So that's today's show. Thank you, to everybody on Patreon who's part of our Patreon family. If you go to patreon.com and look for It's New Orleans Happy Hour, you can join our Patreon family for as little as $1 a month, and all sorts of magic things will open up to you. Also want to say thank you to Andrew Duhon, who's not here today. I don't know what I'm thanking him for exactly.
Hey, Andrew.
Justin Molaison is here.
Hello.
Did I pronounce it correctly?
That's exactly right.
Molaison is right. No, I meant the Justin bit, actually.
You've got, what about, yeah, hold on, that's
so
close.
Nice to see you again.
Close. Nice to see you
Last
again.
time I saw you were here with Paul Sanchez.
That was a while back, yeah.
That was a while back,
Yeah.
but I still remember it.
Oh, yeah.
But just like it was yesterday.
Yeah.
When was it? It was about yesterday, probably.
Probably yesterday,
Yeah.
2
It was
weeks ago,
yesterday.
once upon a time,
Yeah.
about last Thursday.
Good to see you. And since I saw you last, you got engaged at
I did.
Jazz Fest.
At Jazz Fest with
On
Paul.
the stage
On
at
the
Jazz
stage
Fest.
at Jazz Fest.
I know. Here's Andrew Legrand is here as well.
Hey, good
How are you
afternoon.
doing, Andrew? It's so
Doing
nice
great.
to see you. And Liz Wood is here as well.
Hey guys.
Hi, guys. How are you?
Hey, guys.
All right.
How are you?
So now, talk about engagement.
Yes.
What happened? I saw on Facebook that you got engaged on some sort of a stage at Jazz Fest.
Okay, so yeah.
What got into you?
It was Paul. That's a good question. No, so the last time I was here was with Paul Sanchez, right?
Yes.
And since then, I've been playing music with him whenever he does the big shows in town with the Rolling Road Show. In fact, we have one coming up Friday at Chikiwawa. We'll be playing.
What's the date exactly of that?
That's 2 days from now. So the 20th.
Friday the 20th of
Friday
July,
the 20th of July,
2018. If you're listening to this
2018.
after that, too bad.
Yes, unfortunately.
But we
just
could
go
find you some
find
other
us on
place.
Facebook. Yeah, JustinMolaison.com. MOLAISON.
Have you thought about changing your name to something a little bit more social media friendly?
Yes.
What would you
for a long time, I actually went by my middle name, which is Edward, because that's significantly easier to
Justin
say
Edward.
and type
Right.
out. However, there's too many other Justin Edwards out there, and Edwards as well.
You've had the
So
same
I had
problem with
some-
Liz Wood and
I
Liz
do.
Woods.
I do.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are there lots of Liz Wood?
There's not that many Liz Wood.
Is.
Is.
There's lots of Liz Woods. Is.
I think more Liz Woods is.
Where did you get wood from? Why is your name Wood and not Woods?
I have to blame my dad for that.
What's the story behind that? Why there's a distinction between Wood and Woods?
I don't know. I mean, I like the wood. Like, just one's good
I like
enough,
the wood,
right?
exactly. One wood is enough. But why are most people called Woods then?
I think it's just a habit that people want to put an S on a last name. It's weird.
Legrands?
Legrand.
My
with an E.
My name ends with an
They
S.
want.
the E.
They want some. A D is not good
Yeah, but
enough.
Maybe it's the
Your
D.
last name, if you took the S out, would be Maury.
Maury. Grant Maury.
Maury with an I.
It's a good idea, actually. I bet there's no one on
I bet
Facebook
there's
called
no
Grant
one.
Maury.
Yeah, I'm sure there's not.
look it up, Xerox, see if I can change my name to Grant Morey. And then, what will I do with the spare S, though? I can
donate it to somebody.
To Edwards. Give it to
Liz.
So you'd be just...
Give it to Liz so she can have her Woods.
I'll
Poor
take
thing.
it.
Do you own Liz Wood's Realty as well as Liz Wood Realty?
I actually don't.
Let's
I
do that
don't,
while we're
yeah.
here. Why not?
Because that's not my name.
Yeah, but people must be looking for you. You know, like people,
LizWood.com.
somebody bought.
See, I like that. That's simple. LizWood.com.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yours
I
is
feel
Justin
like-
Molaison.
Yeah, that's right. Simple.
What's yours? Are you AndrewLegrand.com?
No, it's closed. But if you search it, you'll find it.
What is it?
My business site is sparrowlaw.com.
Spera Law, Spera.
Correct.
So you are a lawyer,
I am.
and your name is not Spera,
No.
but do you own the company?
Correct.
Okay. Well, is there a story behind that? Are you hiding from the law?
No, it was just I realized I would eventually add more lawyers over time, and then you get out of the whole like ego thing where it's like Legrand, Wood, Molaison, and Mari.
Yeah.
And
That
then-
sounds good right there.
I love it.
Yeah.
Sign me up. Let's
That
go.
is a smart. It's a smart.
Do you have a law degree, Liz?
I don't.
That's the only
Yeah,
fly
unfortunately,
in the
we
ointment.
can't make that happen.
You're a lawyer, though.
That's
Justin,
right.
as well.
I
So
am.
you two guys are
By
both
day.
lawyers. You're a
Don't-
lawyer by day
by
and
day.
a singer by night,
And musician by night.
or afternoon in this case. And Andrew, what do you do besides being a lawyer? You do anything else? Because it is New
Not
Orleans.
really a
I
night.
think.
No, a lot of ultimate frisbee.
Ultimate
A lot
frisbee.
of running around. A lot of biking.
Biking and ultimate frisbee.
Yeah, might be
That
about
sounds-
it. It's a lot of lawyering these days.
So why
There
did you choose? We're getting back to the engagement in a minute, by the way. Don't worry about that.
Sure,
why,
sure, sure.
Why did you choose Spera Law? Is it in your family name?
No, we worked with a branding agency, and it's one of the names they came up with. It means trust or plan in Italian. So we help business owners plan for the future. So there's
Spera.
kind of a name there.
Does it really?
It's easy to
Spera,
spell,
it also means
right?
hope.
Spera. You look at some of the law firms. I'm sure you've seen some of like the commercials where it's like da na 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 na. Right?
Right.
And then you get into this like ego thing with other lawyers where it's like, is your name on the door? Is your name not on the door? It's
Yeah.
like, look, there's no ego here. My name's not on the door. Your name's not on the door. No one's name is on the door.
Wow. So you thought this through.
And sparrowlaw.com was available. So at the end of the day, that's kind of what matters.
Sure.
Right? Was
Right.
the name .com available?
Spera Law. Okay. So
There
it's
is a
SPERA.
family here in town called that of the Sparrows. You
Keith
do know that,
Sparrow.
right?
Yeah. Keith Sparrow. We
Sparrow.
do get that at times. You
Yeah.
know what? It's actually a good trick when I get called from somebody. They say, hey, is Mr. Sparrow there?
Wow. You
And
know
it's a
that.
good,
And you're like,
I'm not answering
"Hold,
the phone
please."
call.
That's genius.
It's like it's usually a vendor. It's somebody along
Yeah.
those lines that's trying to be cute. It's like,
Sure.
no, yeah, uh-huh.
Yep.
Yep,
I'm good.
Yeah,
Thanks.
yeah, we'll hold.
Click.
That's pretty good. What does it mean in Spanish, Espera? Isn't that hope or something?
I think so. Espera.
Espera.
Hope. It sounds close
I
to
think
hope.
it's hope. C-Rock will tell us what that means in Spanish. Okay,
Yeah,
so
you're
there
right.
you are at Jazz Fest playing with Paul Sanchez.
I'm playing with Paul Sanchez.
What
First
day-
time.
what day of Jazz Fest?
Locals Thursday.
Okay.
So, good day, good weather. Couldn't ask for anything better. And about 2 weeks prior to it, I talked to Paul and said, look, do you mind if I take a short 30 seconds and propose to Sarah, my fiance? Hi, she's watching.
Okay.
So, and
How long have you been dating Sarah at this point?
well, we've known each other for like 2 years now.
Okay.
So, and
How did you meet?
I met her at my show at one of my
So she's
a
a
show in
fan?
Metairie at this. It was just this one-off. Somebody I knew had lost his voice, and he was playing this show. He's like, I need help. Can you come over and sing for me? So it was just this fluke thing that
Right.
I happened to go, and it was at this.
Who was it? Derek Homo? Or?
No.
Tony Bennett?
His name's Steve Arsenault. I'm sure he'll watch this at some point too.
Okay.
And he called me up, and he's like, I got it. I need help getting through it. It was at this really smoky dive in Metairie called Bugsy's. I don't know if y'all have heard of
Bugsy's,
Bugsy's.
yes. We've heard of Bugsy's. Haven't you? Bugsy's
It-
on
Cleary.
on
On
Cleary.
Oh, Cleary.
yeah,
Yes.
There weren't people smoking in there, really, were there, though?
Oh yeah. Are you kidding?
Are you allowed to smoke in places?
Jefferson
In
Parish.
Metairie, you can.
Jefferson.
Is
Yeah.
that a fact?
Oh, of course.
I thought it was statewide.
Oh no.
No.
Should we just move this whole podcast so we can all go smoke
Yeah.
in a bar?
I didn't
Is that
realize
what you need?
You can't smoke weed there yet, though.
No.
No.
Well, there's
Well,
no
I mean,
point worrying about that. Then.
maybe.
You can.
Yes.
Oh, really?
Who knows?
Bugsy sounds nice.
It's
Okay.
Bugsy's. It's a hideaway,
Okay,
as you would say.
So you can actually smoke inside a building
Inside
in
the
the
building.
state of Louisiana.
Yes.
Yeah.
I thought it was like clear the air or whatever the hell that campaign
You
was.
just got to go across the parish line.
I
and
thought
you're
you
good
couldn't.
to go.
I thought the whole state was smokeless. So there's people still smoking.
Welcome to Metri, bro.
Okay. So there's people still smoking in Bugsy's while you're playing.
Well, I'm playing.
Steve
And
Arsenault's gig.
so Steve Arsenault, and I played a gig earlier, and he goes, just come after you get done, and we'll set up and play. So her mom is friends
Sarah's
with Steve.
mom.
Yes.
Okay.
Sarah's mom's friends with Steve.
Okay.
And the funny thing is that Sarah's mom is actually friends with my stepmother as well, but we learned that after the fact. In any case, she brought Sarah to come out and see to the show because she was just needed to get her out the house. So she came and we
Did
met.
they live together?
And since
Sarah?
then, it's been, that's it.
Really, that's really fate.
Yeah.
What was
Truthfully,
the-
right?
What was the song you were playing when Sarah first noticed you?
Oh, I'm sure it was something from Skinnerd.
Skinnerd.
I wish I could say something better, but I'm sure it was Leonard
It was?
Skinnerd or something of the classic route realm. I'm
Is
sure.
that what you do mostly? I got this bio.
Oh
I
no,
got this-
man! I don't
Listen to
do
all
most of that at all. All right, go ahead.
Look at this
Read-
bio
read-
stuff. Okay,
read-
anyway,
read it
no, I'm
off.
going to get to that. Let's go back to the proposal.
So let's go back
so
to the
there
proposal.
we are.
So
How did
here
we
I
get-
am.
How do we even get to? Oh, that's how you met.
This is
Okay,
a
I'll
brief
put
That's how we
bio,
met.
by the way. When you ask a
That's
lawyer
what-
for a brief bio, this is what you get.
Yeah, that's a
look at
lawyer's
that.
bio
Yeah.
right there. Exactly.
Well, this is mostly. It doesn't even say you're a lawyer on this whole
At
bio.
the end,
except the very
at
last
the very
sentence.
last
Like
sentence,
3
it says
lines.
that.
Says
at
you
the
can
end.
also find him advocating for musicians as an entertainment attorney.
Yes, that's right.
So you're an entertainment attorney. You have your own company as well.
Yes,
And what do you
Molaison Law
call it?
Firm.
Molaison Law Firm.
That's right.
Why didn't you call it Spera 2?
Because I'm
2.0.
Because
Not
I'm the third generation, so it's passed down. So this is
You're the
it's
third
now
generation
the third
of
generation
lawyers.
of lawyer in my family.
Really?
Yeah, my grandfather was a lawyer in Jefferson Parish, and then my dad's been practicing for over 35 years now. He still practices there.
Is he in Jefferson
And then
Parish?
it's me. And
Are you
he's-
in Jeff Parish as well?
For the most part,
Is he
yeah.
the judge?
I'm related to the judge. I'm
Not your
related
dad,
to
though.
the judge.
So
Not
we-
my dad.
Can you get us like out of jail? Are you the person that we know now?
I can't get you out of jail,
or something?
but I
Maybe
can.
if
I
when
can,
they say,
go
do
I
you
can
know
talk
him?
to somebody.
You can get us out of jail.
Okay. We can
I'm
smoke
sure
weed
that
at
helps, right?
once. Okay.
No.
Well, you have to know somebody. Everybody's got to know somebody.
do have to
so
know
are you the
Especially
guy?
in Jefferson Parish.
Exactly.
Oh, yes.
Good
Yeah,
point.
yeah,
Do you
yeah.
work in Jefferson Parish as well, Andrew?
I mean, I go over there from time to time.
Your office is in downtown somewhere.
So our office is in the cloud. We're remote. We're paperless.
You
I
don't
work from
have an
home a lot.
office?
No, I have an office, but
You have a firm that's called after someone who doesn't exist, and you don't have an office.
This is the
we have an
modern
office.
age
We have an
attorney
office. We're not
right
there
now.
all the time. People are like, "Can I come by and see you?" I'm like, "No, I'm at home right now."
In my
T-shirts
pajamas.
and shorts, yeah.
So why don't you have an office? That doesn't.
Because I like to work from home.
I don't
Okay.
have.
You don't have an
an
office either.
It's cost
Yeah, but
effective.
you're not a lawyer though. People don't want to come to your office. They want to go and look at houses.
Yeah, I bet
Right.
that
You're a
you,
realtor, right?
Right.
Right.
I bet when you need to meet somebody, though, you have a place
I
to
have
go
an
to.
office. I
Yeah.
do have an office. Yeah, we're
do have an office.
Yeah, we're required to have an office. We have to give an address and
An
people look up
address,
your
right.
address.
Really?
But at
Yes,
the end
that's
of the day,
correct.
you
It's
know,
by
I got-
LSBA rules.
What does
Required
that
to have an
LSBA
office.
stand for?
Louisiana State Bar
Association.
Association.
Yeah.
Okay. So
I think I said that right.
So you have to have an office if you're going to be an attorney.
I just
in the
got
state of-
sick of having to drive somewhere
Yeah,
to
no
do
kidding.
something that I
Right.
could do just as well.
Well, I'm glad you made it here.
Yeah, but I got to be here, right?
You can stay at home drinking.
Yeah, that's true. Y'all could
Okay.
have came to my house. We could have done that.
Where do you live?
Treme.
You do. That would be a good spot for us.
Yeah,
So
it'd
you
be
moved.
fun.
You moved to. So you work out of your house in Treme.
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty groovy. Do you have like a big old house that you've fixed up?
It's not too big. It's about 800 square feet.
That is not
Half of
big.
a
That's
shotgun.
tiny, actually.
Yeah, it's pretty small.
800 square
I
feet.
live by myself, so it's a small spot. But
Yeah, that's very small. You don't get claustrophobic. That's about the size of an office. Well, like Liz is a realtor. 800 square feet. That's a.
So I live in 1,300 with 3 humans and 3 animals.
oh yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's go through them one at a time.
That's claustrophobia.
Are you
So we're
one-
moving.
Are you one of the 3 humans?
Friday we're moving.
This
I'm
Friday?
one of the 3.
The same day that Justin's playing at.
Yeah.
Wherever.
Two other humans.
Where are you playing again?
Chicky-Wawa.
Chicky-Wawa on Friday.
The heart of
And
Mid-City.
You can move and then you can go to the gig.
Wait, where are you? And
I
where are
go
you
to
moving
Chicky-Wawa regularly.
Yeah, I'm there
I like
every
it.
Monday now. Since,
you?
Since the
Except
first time
this
I've
week,
been on
which
this
you're there
show,
Friday.
I've been there every Monday since I first
Right.
showed up on this show,
Wow.
which was about
Well,
a year and a half ago.
I would imagine I've seen you, but didn't know.
But not memorable.
Now
I was there. I was
now
probably
know,
there.
Well,
now I
now.
know people.
Yeah, there you
Yeah.
go. Now you know people. You'd be like, that guy Justin. I met
know
him.
him.
I know that guy. Let me in.
He's engaged.
He's a lawyer.
So you're living with 2 other people
2 other people.
and 3 animals.
3 animals.
What are
yeah.
the animals?
2 cats and a dog.
Okay. What are their names?
Dog is Tater.
Tater
Tot.
Okay.
The cats are Merlin and Pepper.
Okay, so they're all going to have to move on Friday.
Everybody's moving.
They're all moving. Where to?
Around the corner.
Okay.
Yeah,
from?
real far. Old Metairie.
So
That's
you're
where I
in-
am. Old
Oh, yeah?
Metairie.
Nice.
But Old Metairie is part of New Orleans.
I grew up in Old
With
It
my
is not.
fiance.
You
The two
do?
of us are over there.
So you grew up there. What street did you grow up on?
Livingston.
And where are you
Nice.
moving?
I'm on Elmere.
Elmere. And
Right off of Metairie
We're
Road.
neighbors.
We're neighbors.
Really
so you
close.
guys are you're all Metairie. Well, you moved out of Metairie and moved to Treme.
Yeah.
That's a good move.
Yeah.
It's a move in the right direction. You guys are still over there. And are you technically in Orleans Parish or Jefferson?
I am not. I'm border Orleans, but
You're
I am
just-
still Jefferson.
You are.
Yes.
What are you, Justin?
Jefferson. I'm definitely Jefferson.
But it has advantages as far as the car insurance is concerned.
Well, and
There's a couple.
There's a few other
Like
things.
if I call the cops,
else?
they're there in
They
3
actually
seconds.
show up.
There's
Like
that.
Well, that is different. Yeah.
I think it's smoke in their bars.
Yeah, and we can smoke
You
in
can
our
smoke in
bars,
a
even
bar.
though I don't
Yeah,
smoke.
okay.
So I have a bar 6 houses down right now, and we go.
Wait, which one?
Mama's place. Plug.
No.
You go. You take the kids there, and the.
I do not.
So who are the
The
humans?
dogs.
It's you.
So
Mama's place. Oh, I know where that is.
You should.
I do know where that is.
Why wouldn't you if you live over?
I live right around the corner
Do you
from
know?
there.
You should
Do you
play
know
there.
the electric cocktail?
I sure do know the electric
we should
cocktail.
rendezvous there.
The electric what?
Cocktail.
The electric cocktail.
Oh yeah,
That's a
there
bar?
have been many a times when I get a phone call from my buddy Craig, who's grew up here, and he's like, "Cocktail, we need to go to the cocktail right now." And of course, I go and we shoot pool and drink beer and whatever until our
They have a great.
significant others say, "Hey, are you getting your ass home or what?"
Talking of which, there we are at Jazz Fest.
There I am at Jazz
So,
Fest.
You said to Paul Sanchez, I need 30 seconds to propose to
I need
Sarah.
30 seconds to propose
Okay, when we
to Sarah.
finish the story, I'm going to make you play a song as well.
Okay,
Okay, so just keep that in mind.
Okay.
Somebody remember that.
I'll try to remember
Okay.
it myself.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah, so
And Paul says what?
Paul says absolutely. Let me know what you need in terms
so
of
this
getting
is a
things
Jazz
there.
Fest set.
Jazz
That
Fest
comes
set-
around once a year. That's a very coveted.
my first
gig.
Jazz Fest too. I get on the stage and it's the Gentilly Stage,
That's huge.
so it's huge. And I'm sitting there and they're like, "You nervous? Are you nervous?" I'm like, "No, I'm really not." I was more nervous about proposing than I was about actually playing the
Right.
show.
but
So
I bet.
I got a photographer to come and like he posed like he was taking photos of the band, which he did. And the photo, it's Zach Luther. Hi, Zach. So Zach, he's phenomenal. He's a phenomenal photographer, and I had him come out and shoot it. And then about 3/4 of the way through the set, we were about to play one of Paul's songs called "Light It on Fire," and he says, "Justin here, it's his first Jazz Fest. He just wanted to say something real quick." So I turned to Sarah and I
Where is
called
she?
her.
She's on the side of the
She's on the
stage?
side of the stage, which was a whole nightmare in and of itself. Because so I thought, me, I thought that, and I've never been backstage at Jazz Fest. So when they've got the stage, right, and they've got it set up so you've got the stage where everybody sets up, and then they've got this secondary area where if you want guests to watch you, they can come on. There's like seats and a TV and everything, and you can watch it there. But there's a barricade between that and the stage, and she's got the pass, and I'm sitting there and I'm going, how in the world am I going to get her from around there to the other side? So I was
Are
like,
you thinking that the whole time you're playing?
yeah.
You're playing Jazz Fest, looking at thousands of people.
This is before we get out there. I'm sitting there and I'm going, okay, how am I going to at least get her on the stage? So I snuck her. I was like, look, you're going to get on the stage with me, come hell or high water. She goes, I'll just sit. I said, no, I want you on the stage. It's a special moment for me, and I want you to be a part of it. So be there. Okay. And then she was really shy about getting on the side of the stage right next to where the chairs were. So I was like, all right, Zach, because good thing is Zach actually knew her personally. So I was like, Zach, here, and he was in on it. So I was like, dude, 2 things. 1, make sure her ass is on the stage when I'm going to propose to her. And 2, she'll probably be completely shocked and not know what to do, and you might need to give her a nudge. So there's a video, okay, of me proposing to her on Jazz Fest. And you can so I proposed to her, and I, asked her if she wants to be my
How'd
my
that
wife.
go? So Paul Sanchez says, I'm going to take a few moments out of the show, out of my coveted Jazz Fest set.
Literally 30 seconds, and he goes, Justin, want to say something real quick? And I said, I just want to give a shout out real quick. This is my first Jazz Fest. I'm so happy to be here. I want to give a quick shout out to my lovely girlfriend, Sarah, back there in the back. She hates it when I call her out as my girlfriend. I wonder if that would change if I made her my wife. And then I looked back at her. And that's when the whole place roared.
Wow.
And she looked, and she didn't know what to do. It's like I told Zach what I was going to tell him. I was like, "You're going to need to do the nudge." So she nudged, and I waved her over, and got down on one knee and proposed to her right then and there. And then it took no more than 30 seconds. I got back on the microphone and said, "She said maybe," and then we started the next song.
What did she say?
She said, "Yes,
Was
you
she
idiot,"
so-
is what she said.
Really?
Yes, you idiot,
Oh,
is
my
what she
God.
said. It was fantastic.
That's awesome.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
So that is a pretty good proposal story.
That is.
Okay, we'll get to yours next,
Gentilly
Liz.
Stage.
Mine was a threat. If there was one other person there, it was a no. So he knew better.
So he knew better than to do that in front of.
That would have been. That would have been.
If you had one witness to the proposal, you would have said
Well,
no.
we did. We had my cat that died before the two cats and the dog, and I was good with that.
My cat that died before the two cats. The death had nothing to do with the proposal.
No.
How long ago was this?
This was when did we get March?
This year.
No.
What?
No, March of last year.
That's only a year ago.
That was a year ago.
You've already got in the house, got married,
We like to move quick.
got a dog, two cats, and
Yeah.
you're moving all since last March.
and a child.
And a child.
And the child.
Holy shit.
Woo.
You're doing great.
Not just any child. You told me about this child. at the
He's
bar.
11.
You started off with an
do the
11-year-old. Wow. How did you get an 11-year-old? Should we get to that after we make Justin
Yeah,
play? Okay,
I think
well,
we need to make Justin
I can
play.
get into that too because she's got a 12-year-old, so we can have this.
Who's got a
conversation
12-year-old?
about that.
Sarah. Sarah came with a 12-year-old.
Sarah came with a 12-year-old.
Oh, we're neighbors. Wait, we're
Well,
neighbors
we're
and we have
neighbors.
kids the
Play
same
dates.
age?
Yes.
And you have a boy,
I have a boy.
and
And
you
I
have
have
a
a
girl.
girl.
Oh, this is perfect.
Oh.
Okay.
Wow, romance.
There you go.
All right. Okay, what are we listening to?
I don't know. Let's do.
do you feel- something from
let's
Skinner?
do an audience
What's the drinking
participation.
age in Jefferson Parish? Can you send this 11-year-old and 12-year-old to Mama's place? Is that a thing in Jefferson
Well,
I
Parish?
think we should
Good
send them
question.
to
I think we just send them-
Pontiff Playground
Yeah, Pontiff and
on their
just see where it
bikes,
goes,
and then we
yeah.
will tell them to meet back
Meet
at
back at
Submarine
Mama's.
Mama's.
races?
That sounds like an idea. It's close enough.
The submarine races at the Bonneville Boat Launch?
At the what?
The submarine races. Oh my
I
goodness.
didn't even know it.
All right, so I need your help. So if we're gonna do this, I need your help. So there's an audience participation part. So you got to go. It's whoa, whoa. Y'all got to do it with me. Come on.
Whoa.
whoa,
Okay.
whoa, whoa. One more time with feeling. Whoa, whoa. It's late. I'm up dancing in my room. I smile. It's great. I smell that sweet perfume. That look, yeah, you know, tells me all I need. I'm proud, screaming aloud to feel your love and every day. I ain't ever felt this yearning like I do for that touch. I ain't ever felt this passion deep inside me so much. I ain't ever met a heart like yours, so true and so pure. And there's one thing I know for sure, sure as hell ain't love like this before. Come on, whoa, whoa. One more time, come on. Whoa, whoa. I'm asleep, you're up, dream about days to come. I pick up this guitar to write you a country song. But these words come out weak, they just don't say what I mean. 'Cause I'm yours, you're mine, the way we're meant to be. I ain't ever felt this yearning like I do for your touch. I ain't ever felt this passion deep inside me so much. And I ain't ever met a heart like yours, so true and so pure. But there's one thing I know for sure, sure as hell ain't love like this before. Come on, whoa, whoa, sure as hell ain't love like this before. Whoa, whoa. Babe, sometimes I might get nervous, and babe, sometimes I feel so insecure. 'Cause this old heart is taking beatings. You still love like no one else before. This yearning like I do for that touch, and I ain't ever felt this passion deep inside me so much. I ain't ever met a heart like yours, so true and so pure. There's one thing I know for sure as hell ain't love like this before. Oh 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 oh, sure as hell ain't love like this before. Oh 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 oh.
Okay.
There you go.
How do you know when to come in with these
Bravo.
backing vocals? How do you learn that? Is that
On the fly. It's supposed to
rehearsal?
all be on the fly. We talked about this before the show, guys. I mean, come on.
We should have done one
come on.
more rehearsal for that. Okay, so that's an original song.
That's an original.
Nice song.
Yeah.
What's
That's
it, what do
really
you
nice.
call it?
It's called Ain't Love Like This.
And is it about Sarah?
It is about Sarah.
Okay,
I
and-
figured that if I was going to talk about her, I might as well.
Do the song.
Do her
And,
song.
Sing about her.
Where
So-
would we steal that from? Is it on Spotify?
It is
or-
not yet on Spotify or iTunes yet because I have I have John Herbert, who plays with me in the Roadshow, coming. Actually, he's coming this week to come record the harmonica track that's going on there, and then it'll be up on all of your streaming devices.
Okay.
So
Is that hard, by the way? Is it hard to get on Spotify as an artist? Like, what do you have to
not
do? How do you,
anymore.
like, prove that
No,
you're,
they've
like,
got
hey-
so many different platforms that help you get there that you pay for.
Are you paid to be on Spotify?
There's programs that help you do digital promotion. So they set up the accounts for you to get onto your iTunes, your Spotify, your Amazon, all the other streaming platforms, so that it's monetized, and then it all goes back to them for their little 10% cut, and then it goes from there.
They
If
get
you are-
10% of
yes.
everything you make. Which
Usually,
is next to
yes.
nothing.
Which is
That's how
pays
they're
for
making-
itself.
That's how Spotify makes money. They make
That's-
10% of your pathetic.
No, that's
No.
not
Royalty?
Spotify.
That's not Spotify.
That's not
that's
Spotify,
the,
that's why.
the group. That's the Spotify makes way more off of me than
Right.
than that. The 10% that comes to me comes back through the digital distribution platforms.
Okay. But what about?
I know I'm talking with my hands.
What's happening?
There's this fly that really likes
Oh, there's a fly.
I mean, it is digging you.
Why do you think that is?
I think it's the hair.
maybe.
Oh, I see it.
Okay, so
It's all good.
I hear
It's
what you're
not here.
saying, though, Andrew. What you're getting at is that can anyone just put any old crap up on Spotify?
I'm just curious.
Good
as to
question.
how-
could we?
yeah, how you-
could
how do
we
you
do
do
put
that?
a song up?
Absolutely.
You and me could record
Yeah,
something.
really?
Quick.
You and I.
Let me go
Let's
for
do
it.
it, and you can do
Yeah.
it on your phone too. You just
Let's do it. Let's put up a song.
Go.
up.
So
Can
is
you-
that
Look, I
how
can
you
actually
did
make that
it?
happen
It's a
right
fair
now. Hold
question,
on.
though.
Look.
You can't put just any old
No, he
garbage up
paid
on
he paid
Spotify,
10% to somebody else to do it, right?
I
So-
paid
so
10% for somebody else
So
to
he
do
doesn't
it.
do anything. He just you just give him some
I
information.
just give
and
them.
then-
I just upload the stuff, give it the track listing, who the authors are, the copyright information. We go from there.
How
Like,
does the
look, it's
money-
very simple to make the song.
I
All you do
can't
is
even
press record and go.
See that? How can you even see anything? How does the money come to you, though?
You have
How do you-
so it gets you. It comes back to you in the form of a check,
They write you a check from all
And it's
these
quarterly.
various platforms.
and it's quarterly.
And is someone
just like it is
collecting
from
it?
Spotify.
Someone's collecting that?
They are.
All of those.
The service is the digital
service.
production, the digital
Right.
distribution company.
And what's the name of that company?
Man, there's a bunch of them.
Which one do you use?
Bandzoogle.
Bandzoogle. Okay. So you just give your track to Bandzoogle and it puts it on every platform.
Yep.
And gives you the money.
Yep.
And they take 10% for that.
That's right.
That's not bad.
That's a pretty good system.
Yes.
Yeah.
But there's no money involved apparently though.
There's an
To speak
initial
on.
setup fee, and it's cheap. It's like it's like $10.
But the royalty rate on like something like Spotify is
pennies,
so small.
pennies.
Portions of pennies, right?
Portions
Yeah.
of
Is it like
pennies.
how many
Hundreds.
listens you get? Is that?
Yeah, that's what it boils down to. Yeah, it's
Yeah, but
it's
if you have a song on the radio, you get paid like 7 or 8 cents every time they play it. On Spotify, you get 0.001
0.01.
cent.
That's
Something.
right.
Yeah, which
so
like
you
a
have to have something
hundredth of a
like
cent.
2 billion plays.
Yeah.
That's why everybody that's like the big like true music advocates are the ones that have a particular playlist and they'll just have it running. So when they sleep,
Right.
it's just
Are you
gotten all the
serious?
streams. Oh yeah.
I didn't even think about that.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
You can put your own song on
Yeah.
repeat.
So if you really want to support your artist, when you go to sleep, put on your favorite artist songs and put it on local artists, and put it on.
Wow.
And put it on repeat.
Are
So that
people-
you get more streams, and then it goes through all
Why
that.
is that not a thing? Why don't we? How have I never heard that before?
I'm shocked that
In
it
a
hasn't been
music
said enough, to be honest.
Yeah.
with you. I
I'm
see it from
shocked,
time to time, but
Have
I'm
you
also
ever
a
heard that?
musician.
I've never heard
I don't
So-
think I know. I don't think I know enough musicians. Is the
That might be the deal.
That's the deal.
That might be the deal.
that's my deal. I mean,
I'm surprised that no one's mentioned that ever either. I've never heard that either, Andrew.
Yeah.
Of all the people we've had sitting here at this table talking about not making any money in the music business, no one's mentioned
Just telling everybody to do
putting
that.
me on repeat.
Put it on repeat.
Spotify. That's interesting. And how much money could you make at the end of the night? Then maybe $1.
I mean, it ends up being, instead of being a cent, you might get 10 cents.
have you gotten a check for 10 cents?
The most money I've made from streaming and through distribution has been in one check was $22, and that was
that's pretty big.
That's
that
big.
was pretty big, and that was before streaming really became a thing. That was when we were trying to sell CDs through CD Baby, and they had streaming had just started. That was before
yeah.
that.
That's
Yeah, that was
early.
when they were still trying to figure out how to get the streaming rights and how to do the
digital.
how much it was
DRM
going to be
and-
exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, Liz, so how did you meet this guy you got married to in March?
We actually met through a mutual friend.
Okay. Anything to do with Bugsies?
Nothing to do with
Nothing.
money.
Nothing to do with Bugs.
No.
What parish were you in?
Orleans.
Orleans Parish.
Yeah,
What was the situation? At someone's house?
So the situation was that I had seen him years before, and he plays rugby, so he's really
Rugby.
short-ish shorts that I always
Short
question.
shorts.
So the first time I saw him, I thought he was like the entertainment of the night, but I was like, "Hey,
Like a
that guy's
stripper.
really attractive." Yeah,
You thought he was a stripper because he was wearing
Maybe-
short shorts like a
maybe-
rugby player.
it just
Okay.
seemed weird. So
Where was this?
this was at a friend's party.
And he went to a party in his rugby shorts.
He did.
Okay, right there is interesting.
He's a trip. Like he's gonna go.
Okay.
It doesn't matter if there's a party, he's gonna go, but he's also gonna go to rugby first. So he,
Okay. Was he dirty and filthy and cut up?
I don't
Did he-
remember.
Okay.
It didn't matter. I was like, he's really attractive, and they're like, oh yeah, get in line for that guy. And I was dating
What's his
someone.
name? You were dating someone else.
I was dating someone else,
Okay.
so I didn't.
Was he dating someone else as well?
I don't think so at that time, but
Okay.
then we both were, and it just years passed, and then
Okay. That was years ago.
years.
Ah.
And then later, we were both single coming out of pretty, strenuous relationships, and neither of us had any interest. And then the friend lied to each of us, telling him I was begging to go out with him.
Wow.
And told me that he was asking about me. So we said, well, I guess. And then we went
Wow,
out.
that could have really gone bad.
But here we are. Here we are,
Wow.
married.
So your friend is the person to thank for this.
Yes, she is. Yeah,
That's a great tactic.
it was an interesting
That's a great idea.
tactic. I mean, not a lot of people would have the nerve to do it. I was like, wait. Later, I
That's a good
found
friend
out.
there. It's a good friend there.
Later, I
Yeah.
Good
said
friend.
something about, oh, you were asking about me? He goes, no, I heard you were begging me.
Wow.
I didn't know such thing.
That is
Y'all both show up at this dude's doorstep banging on his door. You lied to us.
I know. It was hilarious, though. So, yeah, so here we are.
That is pretty. And that was just recently.
So that happened, let me think. January of 2016. Got
Okay.
engaged in March 2017. Married October 2017.
Okay. And then how'd you come up with the idea of adopting an 11-year-old
So we're fostering.
fostering? How did you come up with that
Fostering.
plan?
So I decided I was never going to be married, and I was getting older, and I was like, well, I want a kid, and so I'm going to go ahead with this. And then we met, and I said,
This is before.
this is before him.
So
this is
you
before
planned
Jeff,
this.
yeah.
From 2016, it takes that long to get a foster kid?
Well, I hadn't done anything. I had just mentally committed to it.
Okay.
And so when we
you
met,
can change your mind about things,
I could, but this was my thing.
You decided I'm going to foster a child.
I was, you can only change so many plans for another person.
Okay.
And then if it doesn't align, it doesn't align.
So how'd you bring that up in conversation? Did you discuss that before you got married?
We did. I said, you don't have to say yes, but if it's a hard no, we got to rethink this.
Okay.
So it wasn't a hard no. And
It's pretty unusual to find something. Now the fly is flying around you. So it's pretty hard to find somebody. Maybe it flies around whoever should be talking next. It's
It
like
might
some
be.
sort of
Maybe.
sign.
like a talking stick. It's pretty hard to find someone who would agree to
It's very-
want to foster a child. Most people would go like, I don't know about that, don't you think? Guys? As guys?
Yeah, I think
Uh-oh,
so.
who's calling me?
I don't know many
Lowe.
people like
Maria.
foster.
I can't-
Hi, Maria.
I can't talk to Maria. That's
So I
No,
I,
it's definitely.
I was prepared for him to say no. I did not think it was going to go in the direction that I
you didn't think it was going to say yes. You thought he was going to say no, and there would be an out, so you wouldn't have to marry him.
yeah, but not in that. Not that joyful.
Not that. Yeah,
Not
I
that
like the way
joyful.
you said that. I was,
Okay.
I was about to say, wait
You're
a second.
thinking this is all going to go wrong. He's going to say
I
no,
was
and
like,
then we're not going to get
I'm
married.
going to be single forever. So
But you'd have your little foster child, though, so
Yeah.
you'd be all right. So he said, yeah, I'm up for that idea.
So
okay,
he said,
let's
I
do
said,
it.
let's go through the classes. Let's take one step at a time. If the class, if we hate it, we'll forget it.
What do they teach you in foster care class?
They basically scare you to death. And if you are a scared person, so you learn about the most atrocious things that could ever happen to human beings. And,
What are they? Murder?
well,
Could
so
your foster kid, do they say the
why-
kid might kill
So when a child is taken away from their own parents, they have to be pretty
Mm,
bad parents.
mm-hmm.
So abuse, neglect.
Come on. Something must be really wrong if Maria's calling me twice. Maybe I should text her. and
Maybe
tell her.
this is not the right
Yeah.
topic to be talking.
No. So
We'll just keep going on to the next topic.
So-
So who is this Maria?
that's a whole other story. So
Wait, now hold on.
that is a good story. That is a good story. Though I'll tell you about her in a minute. So what are they? So they're preparing you for someone who's got behavioral problems for a start.
They're mentally,
necessarily.
they're not prepared. There's no preparation for this. I can tell you that. Whatever I thought I was prepared for
Right.
went out the window when this child arrived on my door.
But this is what the classes are for, though, right? They're a preparation for receiving a child into your home who's going to have issues
Right,
because he or she has been taken away from his or her own parents,
right.
or at least a parent.
A parent, yeah.
Do you get to know what the backstory of your child is, or is it? a
You
secret?
do. I ask a lot of questions. Not to him. I ask.
Right.
I mean, there's probably 10 different people I have to deal with regularly.
10.
Whoa.
At their, therapists, psychiatrists.
Are you paying for all this?
No.
It's all paid for by the state.
So with fostering, you get a little bit. I wouldn't say like it's worth if that's what you're in it
Oh, I
for.
see. No, but you're not paying for the psychiatrist and the therapist.
No,
and
so
all
they're
this
on Medicare, Medicaid,
One of them.
one of them, whichever one is the right one, and so the doctor's appointments are paid for. That's not my.
stuff. Right.
Now, if I chose to send him to a private school, that would be on me.
Okay.
But no, there's not. Like, for example, 2 weeks in, we took him on a vacation to the Grand Canyon. Now, that was not.
That's cool.
That was on us. Yeah, it was
But
cool.
did you find
Cool.
has he been in other foster places
He-
before you, or has he come straight from an institution or from a family? Or
He came from. Well, so he was with his grandparents, and there was a situation where they just, they wanted him to have a mom and dad, and he's a wonderful fit. I'm not saying it's easy,
right?
but I don't think raising kids is easy, from what I hear.
Well, I don't know. Is it?
No.
Nothing's
No,
easy.
No.
Nothing is
No.
easy.
No, so
Well,
let's-
I got
how are you
thrown
doing
into
with
So
your?
let's hear-
12-year-old. So
Yeah.
yeah, I
From your
everything that I same situation. Like didn't do the diapers thing. Didn't do the
You started
the
at
small
10.
rearing stuff. I started it at
Started with
not
the tween.
really. I wasn't really truly introduced to her until she was probably 11.
So it's
And
the
then-
same as you.
And then
Yeah.
and then through the years, it's been and always it's a little different because like your mom.
Yeah.
Like this is mom, I'm mom, and mom is this what I say goes, and this
Right.
is dad, and this is dad says goes, you know. But for me, it's a little different because I'm not
You're the
I'm not
boyfriend.
dad,
Right.
I'm not mom, I'm stepdad or soon to be stepdad.
Right.
So you know, I don't have the same placeholder, you know. So, but that being said, it's been interesting to see that develop because at first it was very shy when I was just the boyfriend and whatnot. And then when she started to see that this was becoming more serious with mom and she'd come around more, that sort of changed. And now it seems to me that seeing as she's a female and she's starting to become a teenager,
Right.
I'm becoming quite the buffer these days between
Yeah.
her and mom.
Yeah.
So,
Now,
which
does
which is
she-
good. Which is good. It makes it a lot easier for the two of them. So,
She has a good relationship with her dad.
yes,
Okay.
she does have a good relationship with her dad.
Okay. Well, that's good.
So that helps.
That does help.
That helps a lot.
So what's your situation? Do you get to keep this child forever, or do you foster like?
We'll find out when we
How does
go
it
to court.
go to court?
So
Do you need a lawyer? Because I have two.
So each kid is appointed an attorney
Okay.
by the state, and when they go to court, the parents have to follow certain guidelines in order to win the child back, and if they don't,
You mean the real parents?
the real
Okay, so
the
the
bio
real
parents,
the real parents want this kid back.
Yes.
if they do,
If they do.
if they do, if they don't, they do whatever they want. They conduct themselves however. If they're
Shit.
on drugs, they keep doing drugs. If they don't want to be on drugs anymore, they go to rehab. As an example,
Does the kid get a say in any of this? Does the kid say, "I don't want to go back.
yes,
with mom, or
they
I
can.
don't-
They can.
I don't like these foster parents," or anything? Can he say anything?
Yes. So that's where their attorney comes in. So the attorney takes into consideration everything that the child says. It's not that they do everything that the child can't say, "I want to go to McDonald's every day," and
No, but I mean, as far as not small stuff like McDonald's, but big stuff like the future of the rest of my life. Does the kid get a say?
at a certain age they do.
Yes.
I don't know what the age is.
Do you know something about this, Justin?
Oh yeah.
How
I
come?
do a little bit of family law.
You do? I thought you were an
yeah.
entertainment attorney.
I
according to
do
my
entertainment attorney
information.
but I also do some family law and some succession work on the side. So I do know a lot about this. It's depends on the age and their abilities to understand and comprehend the situation. I mean, I always, and they teach you this in law school. You know, it's the best interest of the child trumps everything.
Right.
So and that's your standard that you're looking through all these family law cases. So yeah, because of that, and depending on how egregious the crimes are, or the things that have been committed,
Right.
and if they've been committed to the child versus committed to other people, there's different degrees on how these things get measured out, and there's certain guidelines that the judges follow with regards to, what these things need to be in order for them to regain that. But it's such a high standard, and especially at a point where, because it's one of those constitutional rights, care, custody, and control of your children. And so you
Is that in
still
the
have that.
Constitution?
You still have that. Yeah, you still have that as part of your rights as to your children in the Constitution, and
Which seems bizarre
Yeah.
to people like me who opt to care for a child whose parents couldn't do that or didn't do that. So it's
Yep.
a hairy system.
It's a very
I see
it's a
that.
very unique system, especially for those situations like that. Especially when and you're coming in and you're like, kid's in a bad place. I want to do what I can to help.
Right.
What I can, do what I can. And it's I can. God bless you for it, because I know I couldn't do it.
What happens, Andrew? Do you have anything to do with this? This field of law?
I've never done any family law, but that is the standard, is the whole what's in the best interest of the child, which is just very subjective, right?
It's
What
very
is-
subjective.
It's extremely subjective.
Because the law also
But the older
thinks
the kid
that
gets, the more input they have as to what's the best interest, and then
Isn't
the
there some-
older that
aren't
they
there
get,
objectives?
the lot
Yeah.
easier
And it's not
for
just
them,
age,
to.
too, right? Like an 11-year-old can be can be smarter, more aware, can
Correct.
be more
Right.
mature than an 18
Correct.
than a 17-year-old.
Right.
Like, so all this is up
it's
until
a pretty
child
low
gets to
age
18.
that
Yeah.
I want to say
It's
12.
12.
Okay.
It's usually about 11 or 12 that
Yeah.
you can get them on the stand to be able to testify as to what they want. They're at an education, usually at an education level that allows them to be able to articulate their
That is a
their
terribly
feelings.
brutal thing for a child to go through.
Oh, yeah.
It's weird. Because
Oh, yeah.
you grow up. People around me are just in awe. They just want to know because they could never conceptualize the
Right.
difference in lifestyle change. Like, oh, I have a kid and it goes to Catholic school, and we have our little friends, and that's their life. That's what they.
How
know.
long have you had your kid now?
Just going on about a month.
A month. Wow. So there was one day when you had no kids, and then
Like
the next
literally,
day-
we were out at where did we go?
Bugsies.
Yeah, you-
Bistro,
Electric.
American Bistro.
Oh, yeah, that-
Yeah.
Bywater American Bistro.
Yep.
Yeah.
And the next day we had a child.
Wow. What do
Oh,
they?
wow.
It's the fly right on your
fly.
head.
Hanging out.
Do they just call you up and say, "Oh, by the way, it's 9:00 tomorrow morning. We're dropping off a little"?
Normally
Johnny?
they do. We had a different situation. So we got the weekend to think about it. And then, because it wasn't an urgent situation, it wasn't like they went into the middle of the night, took the child from the parents.
That happens too.
That happens too. So you could get a call at 1 a.m. and
Yeah.
I
have a
told them
question.
don't because I turned my phone off.
How long did it take, and how much did you spend to do the whole due diligence that the state does to say, are you actually somebody we'll give a child to?
Oh my gosh.
It's a good question.
That's insane. So the questions that they ask you that you have to fill out for the history are were you the favorite? Who was the favorite in your family?
Oh, God.
Wow.
What how did you feel about how your parents raised you? I mean, just probably 20 pages of questions with little lines.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Well,
So
I guess it's designed to
Vet-
make some
like
sort of
to
vet
psychological
people.
profile of you.
Intimidate,
Yeah.
intimidate and vet, yeah.
it's
Got
we
to.
put
I mean,
it
read
so
the
we
news with all the people who don't do good things with kids. I mean, you've
Yeah.
gotta.
It's now become
Yeah.
the big thing in Hollywood to
Is that right?
to oh yeah, all the different movies that they've got out
Angelina,
with
right?
with the kids and getting the kids out of foster homes and
Really?
what's that Rise? They just had that TV show Rise that was on, and there was a foster kid that was there, but he was in a foster home that had like 6 different foster kids with it,
Really?
and they
Okay.
were just trying to. And there was another one with the foster kid, another foster kid. I can't remember what TV show it was, but it was a different TV show. It just seems like you're seeing it. It's more prevalent today, and you're seeing it not in a positive light like
Right.
you. But
Right.
You're seeing it more in this negative light, like it's being used to make money or it's being used to be abusive.
Shit. Do you have a song about foster kids?
No, I don't have.
Are
a
you
song
working
about
on
foster
one?
kids.
Can you work on
Yeah.
it?
I got something kind of close.
Okay.
On
What have you got?
Spotify?
Something that's. We'll
And it
record
probably-
this. We're going to record this and put it on Spotify.
And it probably
right?
fits because it's I know if Andrew was here, he'd do a song kind of similar to it. Yeah, let me pull it up.
Okay.
I don't really usually play it, but I'll play that for you guys.
Okay. Do we have to do any oohs and ahs on this one?
No, you can just hang out.
Okay.
And I might have to cheat and look at my lyrics. That's not it. Let me get that working. I'm still cheating. Yeah, that's the right key. Here we go. If you see that I am so unfit as a son, what does it say about how you raised me, Mom? 'Cause I'm clearly a product of the home that I made. Is it any wonder why I didn't stay? When my father left and I left too, the torment and dirt no one should go through. So I guess that's the burden I carry as one, the child of a mother unfit to be son. I'm a huge disappointment, that's what you say, Mom. 'Cause I never live up to the things that you want. Be a doctor, a surgeon, something other than me. Instead of singing in bars to the drunks and the lonely. 'Cause success is not about all the money you've made, but the people that you've touched while you've gone your own way. And I guess that's the burden I carry as one, child of mother fit to be son. Is it so hard to be proud of me, Mom? Is it so hard to just love without these conditions, demands, and the such? Without the need to be shoved, to be happy for who I've become. See, Mom, I still love you, it's the choice that I make. Break up the cycle and bury your head. 'Cause I'm proud to be called your loving son. I wish you'd respect me to do the same, Mom. Should I have my own child, I'll make sure that they know that they're loved by a child of a mother unfit to be son. Oh, a child of a mother unfit to be son. I am a child of a mother unfit to be son.
Good heavens.
That was awesome.
Wow, Justin Molaison.
Thank you.
Wow, that is a pretty deep sort of a song. I wasn't expecting that.
Pretty deep song. Well, you were like, it
was
kind of
awesome.
fits. It
Perfect.
fits
Yeah,
kind of
that
what
was
you were
fair.
talking
Totally.
about. So, you know.
Did you write that about your own relationship with your mother?
Me and a bunch of other people that I spoke with about sort of our trials and tribulations with our mothers. I think it's sort of
Are you a,
culmination
are you a
of a whole bunch of
disappointment to
events.
your mother, even though you're...
I think from time to time it comes across that way, but, you know.
What did she
That
expect
isn't every
you...
kid.
I think that's every kid. I think that's
Come
every
on, no way. Really?
Oh, yeah. Everyone I talk to says the same
I
thing.
know. I think it's
We're
pretty
all
common.
disappointments to our mothers.
Well,
Are you, Andrew? Xerox not. Xerox mom thinks he's awesome. What about your mom, Andrew?
I know the baby is the favorite. I know that much. You get
The
told all
baby.
The baby.
The
not
baby's
Are you
yeah,
the-
and I'm the older.
No,
I'm the
you're
older
the
one
oldest.
too. I'm the
Yeah.
oldest
That's the
too.
common.
Yeah.
That's the common.
And what are you, Andrew? You're the oldest?
The oldest.
So are you a disappointment to your mother?
Well, I'm not the favorite, so
Well, I mean, it was. You know,
I didn't know there was favorites.
There are
You can-
favorites.
I think they.
Who was the favorite in your family? That's what they asked you in that thing.
I am not going to even say.
Did you have to tell the truth in that thing, that questionnaire?
I told the truth. That's between
Okay.
me and the state.
Okay, all right. So you're not the favorite in your family, Andrew.
and that's what I'm told.
Who told you that?
My mom.
She said that.
Yeah, she says the baby's the favorite.
Did she say that because she likes to drink a lot and gets drunk and tells you that you're not the favorite, or she just is in cold, sober conversation?
She does like to drink. I don't know if that's why she's saying that though.
But what kind of person in their right mind would say that in a normal daily conversation? It's not the sort of thing you say to somebody. It's very hurtful.
It's very hurtful. I don't know.
I don't know if it's hurtful. It's saying
It's not.
saying your disappointment and saying you're not the favorite are two different things.
That's very true. Saying your disappointment is different from not being the favorite.
I think it's
Which
natural
one's
for
better?
people to have favorites. I think it's a natural human
I think
thing.
that is too. I think it is a natural thing. We always pick, we have sports teams that we pick
Right.
that are our
come
favorite
on, really?
sports teams.
Don't
That
you
are
think your
favorite,
children-
our favorite drink, our favorite,
But
our
that's
favorite radio
very
host.
different. It's very different from your favorite child, though. You're supposed to be able to see the positive qualities in everything.
And I
Especially
agree.
your children.
I agree with that statement.
But you'll still
Don't you-
have favorites, though.
You still have one that you get along with better than the others.
I guess that's possible. Yeah, okay. But is that your favorite, or is just someone that you have a better conversation with, or relates to the?
I think if you have a good relationship with your children, there's things that you favor about your children, but those things are usually favored equally among those kids. If that makes sense.
I completely agree with you.
Okay.
Right. But if
That's
if
what I
one of
think
your
it's
kids,
then.
if you're a musician, like you went to music school,
Sure.
and one of your kids is a musician, loves music, and the other kid loves sports, and you don't really care about sports.
Sure.
So you would get along better maybe with the kid who's a musician as a person because you're interested in the same shit.
Correct.
But you would still love the kid who is a sports person and be proud of this kid's ability to do sports.
Not
Wouldn't
having
you
my
think?
own child, I would love any child that I had. That was mine.
Grant, you have a dog and a cat, right?
Yes.
Which is your favorite?
I love them both equally.
That's what a parent should say.
I really do.
That's
They
what
have
a parent
different
should
qualities. The dog's
Yeah.
a better conversationalist. The cat likes, more violent stuff, which is
Yeah, watch
which
the
is
movies.
fun.
Let's try this.
Yeah.
Liz, who's your favorite child?
Mine varies from day to day. I like one better. One day it's Pepper, one day it's Tater, one day it's Merlin. I mean,
Pepper, Tater, and Merlin.
yeah, those are my three faves.
Well, I was getting
Right.
to the point that you had one
you
child.
only have one child.
Oh, the real child.
The real child.
So he's a
It's
given.
new. It's
he's
new.
a given.
We're going to give you a pass only because it's new.
But like for
Forgot about I had
for
a kid.
example, he
God
doesn't
damn it.
like Harry Potter, and I kind of wigged out. I was like, what?
This is
Huh?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I swiped left on your foster kid? Like,
Yeah.
what is this?
I'll tell you what. I like this kid already. He's smart enough to know that Harry Potter's a bunch of bullshit. Did he like Lord of the Rings? I hate that too.
I don't even know if he knows the Lord of the Rings is.
Well,
I think
let's
that would
see.
be
I
above
like
his
the sound
head.
of the sky already.
I'm gonna send him to your house,
Bring him over.
Bring him over.
Yeah,
and he loves the Saints.
He can play with your dog
He
and
loves
cat.
the Saints. Really?
Your
He wants
children.
to decorate in black and gold. I'm like, I don't think so.
Liz, do you not like the Saints?
Didn't say that. Just
Okay.
wouldn't. Did not say that. Just wouldn't be decorating everything in black and
Well,
gold.
does he have his own? Does he get to decorate his own room however
I told him he
wants?
can go for it.
Yeah.
There you go.
His room, his decorations.
There you go.
That's
Perfect.
not my deal.
Right.
Just
Keep
don't
the door.
paint.
Keep the door closed.
So, Andrew, how many kids are in your family?
I'm 1 of 4.
4. What number are you?
I'm number 1.
Number 1. Okay.
Number 1.
And so the number 4 is the favorite.
He's 10 years younger. Definitely the
10
favorite.
years younger.
Yeah.
That's a long time away.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, because your mum doesn't know him as well, because he's only been around for 10 fewer years.
Does he still live in the
So-
house?
No, he's a college grad.
Okay.
Well, kind of. He lives there right now.
And does
He's moving
everyone
on.
get along in your family, all the siblings?
Most of the time, yeah. Yeah, we get along.
I'd love to be there for that conversation when your mother tells you you're not the favorite.
That's probably why she can say that. It's because we get along.
Because it's fine, because you can accept it, 'cause you're well adjusted.
Because it's okay. Okay, Mom.
Yeah. Okay. You don't think about killing her ever, right?
No.
Never crossed your mind.
No.
Really? I used to think about shoving my mother under a bus. That was my own idea.
Did she call you a disappointment?
I was way worse than that. But I thought that no jury would convict me, frankly, if I really did it.
You
If
thought
I
about
told
this a
them the
lot.
story. Yeah, I had the whole thing figured out. That
Where's-
if I
where's your
had
mom
a good
now?
lawyer, she died now.
How?
She's dead. Oh, she died of kidney failure or something.
No, so you didn't do it.
No, I didn't. No,
Natural-
God
natural
got there
causes.
before me.
Good,
No,
good,
I
good,
wouldn't
good,
really. I wouldn't really have done it.
How does it work
But-
in New Zealand? Guilty until proven innocent, or
I think it's
like
the
we have
same.
it
No, I
here?
think it's the same system. You just have to figure out the difference between would and wouldn't. If you know the difference between would and wouldn't, then you can get away with anything, like the president of the United States.
Yeah.
Whether I would think the Russians are involved or wouldn't think the Russians are involved is apparently the same thing. You've been keeping up with this?
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's the same in the courts in New Zealand. Whether I would push my mother under a bus or wouldn't
Is key.
is
That's
the
key.
Yeah, well, you guys could come up with a good defense for me, right? if I'd done it.
I'm sure we could figure out an insanity plea. I've known you well enough at this point to figure out that you're pretty much insane. I'm sure we could get an insanity plea
I
in
could
there.
have gotten away with that.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm glad you've never thought about killing your mother. Because when they say terrible things to you, you don't think murder is justified.
No, I don't think murder is justified.
There's no justification.
There's no
What-
justifiable murder.
What do
Come
you
on
think,
now.
Liz?
I don't think so either. I'm like some of my friends' favorite friends, so I can live with that. If I'm other people's faves, I'm good.
Right.
I don't need.
Where are
know.
your Did you grow up here?
I did.
And where are your parents today?
So my parents are in Old Metairie, 2 blocks from me.
Come on.
About
are
to be
they-
4 blocks.
They're still together? You're moving, really
Moving
moving.
up in the world.
I'm getting out.
Are they
Hey.
good? Are they good for babysitting type?
There, my mom's watching Blake now.
Okay.
So, like, couldn't ask for a better.
Yeah, it's right there.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
Dropped him off.
Hey, listen, we got to get out of here. It's
Aw.
an hour has gone by already.
Oh my gosh,
That was quick.
I was ready to go
That
for
was
another
quick.
hour.
What, were
I
we,
know, me
what,
too.
what was I supposed to get to? Anything, by the way?
I.
Anyone got a gig or
We
anything?
have to
that's-
restart.
Yeah. You want to start over?
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll see you
All right, we'll
next
see you.
week.
We'll see you in
It's
about
happy hour.
1 minute. See you in a second.
Oh,
all right.
we're,
Okay, we'll start
we're
over.
gonna
We're
we're
starting
gonna
It's
over.
going to start all over again.
Yeah.
Can we move? Can we move to Mama's?
Yeah, let's move to Mama. So wait, that makes.
Why
that
don't we
makes
just go
sense.
down to your office in Treme, which is also your house?
We can do that too.
That'll work. Let's
It's
just go
800
there.
square feet and there's nobody home.
I got.
Do you have beers in the
We
fridge?
can't
I got
all
some stuff
fit.
to plug.
We can't all fit in
Okay.
that house.
800 square
Pretty
feet.
small.
We can't all fit.
Are you looking for something
We can
bigger?
all
Because
fit there.
Liz can hook you up or something. We can all fit.
I can.
800 square
800
feet.
square feet.
Look
moved
at the
in.
size of this. You just moved in.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Okay, congratulations.
I do have stuff to plug. I've got my Mondays at Chikiwawa every
Okay.
day, 5:30 to 7. Every week, 5:30 to 7:30. I'm there this Friday with Paul Sanchez and the Rolling Road Show, and I just got confirmation right before I got on the show that I'll be at the Floribama with Terry McDermott from The Voice
Oh,
Nice.
that's
on
a
September
great gig.
1st and September 2nd, Labor Day weekend
Labor
out there.
Day.
Oh, that's
So,
going to be a good gig with Terry McDermott
with Terry
from
McDermott
The Voice.
from The Voice.
Cool,
So,
okay.
That's
He's a good
exciting.
guy, too.
yes, he's a trip, to say
Yeah.
the least.
He had another lawyer playing for him. I guess he fired him.
Greg
Greg
DeLeo.
What happened to Greg DeLeo?
I like
He has
Greg.
your legal minute.
Apparently I play guitar better than Greg.
So just Terry McDermott has legal guitar players for some.
Legal guitar players.
That's interesting.
Yes.
The legal minute guy?
The legal
Yeah.
minute guy, Greg DeLeo. Yeah.
Greg DeLeo.
Oh,
I
yeah.
was a guitarist.
He
Yeah.
was, oh, yeah.
Yeah, he showed up on
Oh,
the
yeah.
show with Terry McDermott. I'm like, hey, aren't you the guy from the legal minute?
Aren't you the
He
legal
also-
minute guy?
He also plays guitar. That's pretty funny.
Yeah, indeed.
Okay, that's going to be a good gig. Okay, so that's at Floribama. Okay, Liz, you have anything you want to add before we get out of here?
I don't think so. I mean,
That's
Liz
it.
Wood Realty.
LizWoodRealty.com.
Liz
Not
Wood.
Woods. Yeah,
Liz
Liz
Wood.
Wood, singular.
Singular.
And
one.
Andrew Legrand you can find at the Spera Law Firm.
Business law.
SperaBusinessLaw.com or SperaLaw.
ERA.
SPERA. Yeah.
And is it
and it
SperaLaw.com or
Yep,
SperaLaw.com? Okay.
and you
Like-
can follow up on me at JustinMolaison.com. MOLAISON.
I think you should go with
You've
Justin
done this
Edwards. Joe.
before.
I have
Hey, listen,
a whole
Happy
bunch.
Hour is brought to us today, do you know by whom? By Door Furniture. For the last 80 years, Door Furniture has been serving retail customers throughout the greater New Orleans area. From its home base on Elysian Fields in the Marigny, as well as the finest quality furniture from brands like Stickley, Century, and Flex Steel. Doors designers can customize pieces for your home from slipcovers to dining room tables. If you're on the North Shore, by any chance, Door Furniture has opened a second location in Covington. Door Furniture is as New Orleans as it gets, and thank you too to Strategic Resumes. If you want to sharpen up your resume, your LinkedIn profile, or other job search skills, get in touch with them. And if you want to get away, start your travel search with Travel Central in Metairie, where we already are. Exactly. Thanks to the Hangover Destroyer, the only all-natural way to cure a hangover. Basics Underneath, lingerie store on Magazine Street. And Louisiana Legs. It makes Louisiana legs type things for yoga. You can find on Instagram and Etsy. Thank you very much to Andrew Legrand, Liz Wood, and Justin Molaison, who have all been here this week. Our show is produced by Graham DePonte. Our associate producer is Alison Moon, and Christian Unruh is our music director. Monique Pyle is our associate music director. Thomas Walsh is our technical director. And today's show is engineered by Garrett Pittman. Asher Griffith is our Facebook live feed director, who put this whole thing on Facebook. Andrew Searock. Searock is our fact checker and social media connector. Our theme music was written by and is currently being played by Mitch Foreman. If you'd like to be on our show and you can stay upright for about an hour while drinking alcohol, drop us a line. Our address is on our website, it's neworleans.com, where you can find other happy hours we've recorded previously, as well as some other shows we make here, including Out to Lunch with Peter Asciuti, live from Commander's Palace, Louisiana Eats with Poppy Tookham, and our award-winning podcast about death called Death the Podcast. You can also find other great Louisiana podcasts at It's acadiana.com, and it's batonrouge.la. You can keep up with us on Facebook and Twitter, and a bunch of other time-sucking social media as well. And all of it we're called It's New Orleans. You can find photos from the show on itsneworleans.com and on our It's New Orleans Facebook page. These photos were taken today by Jill Lafleur. You can find more photos and info about Jill at lafleurphoto.com. If you listen to this on your favorite podcast app, thank you for subscribing to us. Take a moment, if you've got one, to rate and review us. That helps other people find us. Our show is recorded live today at Wayfare on Ferret Street in Uptown New Orleans. Happy Hours, a production of INO Broadcasting for itsneworleans.com. For Andrew Duhon, who you can find by going to andrewduhon.com. He's possibly in a town near you. Everyone else around the table here at Wayfare and back at our office at INO Broadcasting, thank you for joining us. I'm Grant Morris. I'll see you back here next week for more Happy Hour.
Now with the 7-Eleven app, use that dollar in your pocket on any size hot beverage, including coffee and lattes. With dairy and non-dairy creamers, coffee your way for just $1 with your 7-Eleven app. Plus tax where applicable, only at participating 7-Eleven locations.